Um, I'm gonna wait. Hey, hey, D-Man. I'm just waiting a few more minutes before I get started. You know, I was late last time. What you doing? What you doing? What you doing? Kay Johnson, come on in the room. We gotta, we got some stuff to, we got stuff to do. We got stuff to do, stuff to do. People to see, places to go. And I don't like to start without my peeps, but shit, y'all gonna make me damn shit. Play my little jam real quick. I love this little song. I don't know why. Hey, Savon. I ain't put my light up here, nothing. I ain't did my little lights, nothing up here, child. I just done came on here, just like lit. Hey, Diva One, thank y'all for coming on in the room. I'm gonna send a link out in just a minute. Anybody that wants to come in can come in. And so you can see both my earrings. This is so crazy. Be right back. Okay, had to wash my little hands. Hold on, I'm back. I'm back. Okay, hold on. Here we go. Hold on. Let me see. Hold on, say mine. Okay, here we go. Let me see. All right, there you go. I sent it like a group chat thing. All right. All right. I was in the kitchen trying to get me something to eat, but I'm gonna hold off for a second, and I almost got a bone caught in my throat, chat, in my throat. I had me a little piece of whiting. I love that stuff, and it's made at this place called Fish and Hook or Hook and something. I don't know, but it's good, so good. You see she got it. Jasmine, I sent you the link too. I don't know why y'all didn't get it. It was in a group text. Let me see. Let me try it again. Let's try it again. Let me see if I can just do Jasmine by herself. Okay. Maybe. All right. Hold on, let me try it again. I mean, unless my thing is not working. Val, did you get this? Let me see. See if you got the text from me, Val. Because it's weird that my texts aren't going through here. It's going through my computer, but okay, hold on. Let me copy it again. And email it. Let me email it to myself. Oh, it failed to send. Oh, you got it, Val? Okay. Val said he got it. Let me see. I'm sorry, you guys. Just give me a second. I apologize. Let me go to my. Okay, Command B. All right, send. All right, let me grab it from my phone. Grab this from my phone real quick, you guys. I apologize, y'all. Let me get this together. Okay, there go Val. Okay, Val, you got it. Okay, here I come, Val. Because I want to do something with you guys. Give me 1 second. Okay. Here it goes. Let me grab the link. Copy link. All right. Now I can send it to you here. Here you go, Savon. I got it fixed. I fixed the problem. All right. There we go. There go Coco. Okay. All right. Let's go here. All right, here I go, y'all. I'm sending the link out. All right, here we go. All right. I'm going to turn this music down just a smidget. Matter of fact, I'm going to pause it. All right, you guys. Y'all know I kind of get sentimental and all this and all that. So let me just go ahead and bring up all my panelists. I appreciate y'all coming on with me tonight. We're gonna get into some things, and some little things, and some other things. So hold on. First, let me add Miss Savon.
Hello, darling. Hello, hello, hello.
Okay, and we have Coco D,
Hola.
and then
I'm
we
in
got
love with
Belle.
Coco.
Up, good people.
So
What's going on?
real quick, I'm going to minimize you guys real quick, but I'm not going to remove your. You can still talk. I want everybody to see. Um, well, I can no, I can leave y'all up here. What the heck I'm doing? Yes, I can. I can leave y'all right there, child. Stay your ass right there. Give
Oh,
me.
do it the way you want to do it, boo.
I'm sorry. Stay
Yes.
right there.
I
Stay
ain't
right there.
going nowhere. Take charge.
Right.
All right.
Yes.
All right. Over our faces. You guys. Ooh. Even when speaking about it, I can tell you where I was, what I was doing, everything. I want this out of our face. I don't want that in our face. But I just put it up there. It's there. Everybody knows it's there. Let me see if I can slide. Let me see. If I can I slide something so it'll be over my face. Okay, there we go. So I'm just take a moment. Can each one of you guys, starting with Savon, tell me where you were on 9/11, 2001.
Well, during that time, I was at home. I had been laid off from my job that I had been at for 5.5 years.
Mm-mm.
And I was watching TV and I kept seeing the planes crashing, and I thought I was watching a movie. I was also waiting to hear back from the job that I am currently at to see if I actually got the position.
Mm-hmm.
So I remember vividly what was going on at that day because I called my best friend and I was like, girl, why is this movie being played on every damn channel? And she was like, girl, that's not a movie. This is really happening. And I remember my heart stopping.
Mm.
And right when she said that is when they showed the clip of the second plane coming through. So then I
Now,
just lost it.
now, what I keep getting confused is it was on a Monday or a Tuesday. I think it was on a Tuesday. Am I right?
Tuesday.
Yeah.
No, it was on a
I
Tuesday,
know it
right?
was early part of the week. I knew it was early, but
Bell,
I don't remember if it was Monday or Tuesday. So Bill is most likely right.
it
Tuesday.
was a Tuesday, right? Okay. Okay. So I can tell y'all my story. Okay. Let's move. Thank you so much for your input on that. And well, how did it change? Did it change anything for you? Because I'm gonna tell y'all a whole
I
lot of what it
mean,
changed for
I'm
me.
not gonna say that it changed a lot for me. I, I honestly, I'm gonna be honest about it. I'm still in disbelief that it even happened. I just didn't think that anything like this could have happened, on American soil. Call me naive, call me whatever you want, but I just thought only in the movies, like we wouldn't have allowed this to happen. So, I mean, I have lots of thoughts afterwards, but I'm just still very much in disbelief that it even happened.
Right. All right. So next up, Belle. Hold on one second. Belle.
Yes. My story is actually kind of similar to Savon's in the sense of I was at home, and if I remember correctly, I think I might have been in between jobs. I think I had quit a job, and I may have been kind of working
Look,
as.
wait, pause. Belle is old uppity ass Negro. Okay, anyway, go ahead.
Wait,
So
what?
he quit a job.
I think I had to
You
quit that job. So I was about to go get me another job. Okay, go ahead.
They got rid of my ass though. Okay, but go ahead.
Yeah, I do remember it was a job where I had to travel to California. I did a lot of traveling, and I was really
Mm,
on the weekends, really from like Saturday to Sunday night. So it became
damn.
very depressing really quickly. So
Yeah.
I quit that job, and so I
Mm,
happened to be at home, and I didn't normally watch the news, but for whatever reason, I had it on, and I was just on the phone, just lollygagging with whoever, and walked past the TV, and I saw the plane crash into the building. But when I first saw it, I assumed it was like a small little plane crashing into some random office building. And
mm.
I kept thinking, like, okay, that was a stupid pilot. Like, how the hell that happened?
Right.
And then I just kind of, was still on the phone. And then, like Savon said, it was like looping and all of that. And then I saw the second plane, and then it clicked, like, wait a minute, something's going on. So I turned the volume up and then find out what it was. And then immediately my thought was, once I heard like this is New York, Twin Towers and all of that, I started thinking about my cousin. My mind immediately went to him because I know he worked in that area. And so I got off the phone and started reaching out to relatives to see if anyone had heard from him. And we were not, because, the cell towers and all that there, like you could not get in touch with anyone. So that happened.
That's true.
It was 9:30 in the morning or so when that
happened.
Mm-hmm.
We weren't able to find out where he was till about maybe 4 or 5 p.m. And so we did find out that for whatever reason, he either was running late or whatever, but he actually used to catch the train underneath the towers. And he works in television and stuff. So for whatever reason, he did. I think he was running late or just didn't have to go in to work that early that day.
Yes. Oh my God.
He would have been under there or in that building, during that 9 o'clock hour, but thank God he wasn't.
Yeah, is this the cousin you and I just talked about?
Yes.
Okay, so I won't name any names. Okay.
Yeah, I think he was there maybe 2 or 3 years before 9/11. So yeah. Then I remember Chicago. I just remember we were all confused, like what was really going on. Like there was just so much confusion, like nationwide. And I remember then they shut down downtown Chicago, and I was, just lost. But anyway, I ended up going. The crazy part is I went out to lunch with this guy I was dating at the time. So we went downtown, and it was like a ghost town. It actually looked like COVID, like no one was out. Like the restaurants and stuff were open, but we were literally like the only ones. And I forgot which restaurant we went to, but it was a large restaurant. We were like the only ones in there.
Yeah, the restaurants were still open, which is crazy, but they were still open. Yeah.
Yeah, I just remember like it just being like a ghost town, and to see downtown Chicago empty, almost empty, was just very eerie. So I do recall that.
Wow.
Okay, thank you, Bill, for that.
Oh, and you did ask the question of like what did I take away, or how did it impact?
Yeah, how did it impact your life? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for me, it took away that safety I felt about being in America. For some reason, America is very, arrogant.
We are privileged, yes.
Yeah, we've been raised to think like, oh, we're invincible, and that stuff happens on our land. We just do it to other people. And to see that, and to see how easily we were victimized, and the fact that they couldn't get their shit together for nothing in the world. Like the government. Like they didn't know what was going on. They couldn't even get fighter jets to, up and all of that. It was like, oh my God, they don't really have us as secure as they made us think. So that for me was very impactful.
I have a question after everyone speaks.
Okay. Who was that? Coco D? Who?
No, this was Savon.
Oh, Savon. Go ahead.
So because of that arrogance, I'm like Vail. I feel like we're a very intelligent company, even when country, even when we do stupid shit, right? Mm-hmm. In my gut, I just don't feel like this should have happened. I still feel like there were warnings. I feel like there were signs. I feel like there was a super or higher power within the government that knew this was going to happen, or knew that it could happen, and our arrogance made us feel like, oh, no one would never do it. You get what I'm saying? And I think for us as citizens, that's kind of okay, because we're not always in the know. The leaders don't always tell us things for multiple reasons, to kind of keep us from panicking and killing and looting and doing crazy shit. But then also just for deceptive reasons. And I just, at that point, it really made me at a very young age, because I was in my 20s when that happened, mid-20s. It really made me side-eye the government a whole lot more and start listening to some of the old heads, is what we call them, when they would say, oh, the government can do this and the government can do that. And it just kind of opened up my whole conspiracy fury mindset, which at that time I tended to hate. I just like, oh, you just always trying to find something.
Right.
But the way, as intelligent as we are then, and even more so now, I just refuse to believe that no one knew. There were no signs. I just refuse to believe that this just happened. There was nothing we could have done prior to it happening.
And Savon, you're opening up a can of worms, so I'm not going to talk too much. But
yeah, wait. Before we move on, I'm put a bookmark right there.
Okay.
All right. We're going to go to where you were. Okay, so I got you on that. So let's remember, Val, remember this. Remember where we are. Jasmine. And then I'm going to tell where I was. Jasmine, where were you?
Hello.
Hey.
Hi.
Hey, girl. Hey.
Hey. I was actually at home when everything went down, and when I saw it go across the news, I honestly thought it was a movie trailer. And when I first, and it's very funny that you're talking about this, because me and one of my colleagues at work were talking about this exact same subject today. And I was telling the person at work or whatever, I was telling her, I was like, girl, when I first saw it, I was like, well, damn, that's the movie right there. Look like it's going to be really interesting to see what it was, because I thought it was a movie trailer. And then when the second plane went into it, I said, oh my God. And they were showing it live as it was happening when the second plane went into it. And I just I jumped up out of my bed and I was like, fuck, it's not for real. It's not a play. It's not make believe. It's not made up. This is really happening. So it took me off guard. And up until that point, I have never flown. And
Wait a minute.
I'm getting there.
Never flown?
At that point in my life, I had never flown.
Wow.
So it made me super. It made me super scared to fly.
Yeah,
and after it was all said and done or whatever like that, I sit and to get over, that I found out what I could find out. But as soon as they started saying that, this was all this depressing stuff that was happening with the situation, I was like, it's not something that I choose to keep dwelling on and talking about. So I never really, I'm, of course, out of respect of the peoples that was lost and everything, but it's not something I care to keep dwelling on, I would say, because I physically and my family physically were not impacted, but as a whole, as Americans, we were so impacted onto it. It was really crazy. And I do understand, why they're so strategic and how they take and do different things now, and the pat downs and the different things like that. However, I would question them, like, why were we not this strict beforehand? Because we let so many different culture of people ride the airways, and you never know, what a person is thinking. It's just like, not changing the subject or anything. It goes back to a lot of the mass murdering and the mass kills of a lot of the individuals that get the guns and stuff. And now they want to take in, put different things into play, to check for mental health and different things like that. But why are we not doing this beforehand? Right. So to me, it's like I would agree with what Savon was saying. Why was this different things not putting into place beforehand? And sometimes, it takes, not sometimes, but a lot of times it takes all big tragedies like this to happen in order for people to listen to the common person, because so many lawmakers feel like that, they're so up there in ranking, and they're not on the same level as us common people. Like, they don't have to wait in line, and they don't see all of the stuff that we do. Most of them have the private jets or have private interests into the different facilities, and they get hushed through, and it's even like with celebrities, like so many different people. I'm just going to use the 19 for an example. So many people have lost houses, jobs, whole careers, and we sit up here and we look at, you know, the celebrities and the elite, I would just put it like that. The more the elite people, they're not losing anything. You know what I'm saying? They could still claim this stuff next year on their taxes and still did an okay year as far as, you know, financial stuff or whatever. So it really, to me, people should take the time, especially higher up in the government, should be listening for the right things instead of the wrong things, you know?
Right.
It's sad that it takes all these huge tragedies to happen in order for not only Americans to band together, but for them to make tougher laws in order for people to understand it. So stop arresting the folks that's trying to sell weed to support their family. Look at the realistic stuff that's going on. Like, you done had, what year was that? Last year before last, that they had 12, 13 different mass shootings of kids, you know, and they still haven't really did anything about it. The only thing they've did is just make the laws a little bit tougher. But if you have the internet, you can get around anything. You know what I'm saying? So it's ridiculous.
Well, Jasmine, I thank you for telling us where you were, and I'm going to tell where I was, and then we can get into.
I was in my bed, child.
We're gonna dig into all the political everything. I don't care what happens to this line. I don't care if it gets shut down. I don't give a shit because
I was just saying that's where I was. You said where was I at? I was in my bed whenever it happened, and I thought, and when it all happened, I honest to God, I thought it was a movie trailer. You know, right. So it was surreal for me.
Thank you so much for telling us your experience. Now, like I said, I don't care about this live because I ain't monetized no way. You know what I'm saying? I'm not. So I don't feel I have to kiss nobody but nothing to talk about what I need to talk about.
Now, you make another channel. We'll subscribe.
Okay. That's just me, period. I mean, YouTube is my very, very, very well loved, and I want to be really good at it. Hobby, but it's not my bread and butter. So, but it will be if I lose my damn job. Shit, I'll be on this bitch every day. So but 9/11, I had just got off one of my shifts at Magic City. I was a bartender at the time. I got off because this is almost so to put you in perspective. I was the bartender manager. I was the manager and the day shift manager, and I bartended at night, you know, at the club. And so we got off on Monday. Of course, I was sleepy as shit. I woke up late. I think I went to the bathroom. I went, and I turned on the news like I usually do. I was making me little eggs, a little something. I think I made some eggs and bacon or something, and a little piece of toast. And I was like, okay, because I worked late that night. Usually I don't wake up that early, which is weird because I don't wake up that early. But I was hungry. I went to these bathrooms. I was like, oh, I'm hungry. So anyway, I went and made me a little breakfast, and I turned on the TV. And everything stopped. Okay, so everybody knows, who knows me, knows I listen to Ryan Cameron in the morning on V103 in Atlanta. That's when he was on in the morning. It was him and Wanda Smith. They were on all day. Okay, so I turned on the radio too. So when I turned on the radio, they were on literally from 6 a.m. They did like a marathon. They was on from 6 a.m. all the way to midnight. Him and Wanda, they walked into work that day and never left. Period. So if you're from Atlanta, then you know who Wanda Smith is, and you know who Ryan Cameron is. So I was like, oh my God. I was like, oh Jesus Christ. I was like, oh Lord, this is like crazy. And they was showing it on Good Morning America and on ABC. Matter of fact, I don't even think Good Morning America came on that day. I think ABC News just stayed on all morning. I think Good Morning America even came on.
That sounds accurate. Yeah, it was like news all day long.
Yeah, that's why I had to reel that back. I don't even remember Good Morning America coming on. I remember ABC News slicing in, and that's all. They was there though. They had been there since that morning, and they could not leave that building.
Yeah.
Everybody who went to work early that morning, they couldn't leave that building anyway.
Yeah.
If you was in New York. So the ABC News in New York, you went to work that morning, you got to work at 4 o'clock that morning, your ass was stuck there. Literally.
Yep. Nobody was able to go anywhere. Everything was on lockdown.
I watched the show that comes on right before your local news, and it's ABC. And they're in New York. I think it's called I forgot what it's called. It's called Nightly something. It's called Early Morning or something. I don't know, but it's on ABC. And the guy who was on there, he stayed on there. I mean, he had on the same clothes. And I couldn't believe it. So I was like, oh my God, this is crazy. So may I remind you, I had just moved into my apartment. I just left my mom's house. I probably was 28 years old. I snuck off and left and moved into my own apartment because my mom wasn't gonna let me leave. So I moved into my apartment and I was like, oh hell. So it was just crazy. I could not understand it. Ryan Cameron, they was talking about it. They was doing play by play. So I was up early for no reason. Then when they said the second building got hit, I'm listening to the news and I'm watching it on TV. I was like, Jesus Christ. So I'm watching it on ABC News and hearing it on the radio, and they actually showing the second build. They're actually showing it. The first one happened, and then they're showing the second one. I was like, oh no. I was like, this is crazy. So I was just stunned. I was stunned because at first, if you remember, I don't know if you guys remember, at first they didn't tell us who it was. It was no information on the first thing they thought that the pilot just whatever.
Yeah, pilot error. Yeah.
Pilot error, but when the second plane come, they was like, no, something's wrong here. Something's wrong. And then the Pentagon got hit. Remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Pentagon got hit. I said, these motherfuckers is about to hit every major city. I just started thinking to myself, please don't come over here to the Georgia. We ain't got nothing over here, chat. We ain't got nothing for y'all. Okay? Don't bring your ass over here. But I thought that they was gonna hit the Sears Tower, and you in Chicago, Belle. What you thought about that? When they were scared, they was nervous about the Sears Tower. What you thought about that?
Well, yeah, that's when we thought, like, in that first few hours, we thought like, oh God, they finna hit every major city. He knew if they were hitting every major city, we were, one of the ones on the list, being the third largest city. Right.
So after that. Let me see. I'm trying to get somebody else is on here. Let me just try to scroll down.
That's me.
But that's you again? Oh, okay. What I need to do? Remove you from the other one?
No, just add me and I'm going to close out on
Okay. So I was nervous. I was so nervous. So anyway, Tuesday came and went. I went to work that Tuesday. It was a ghost town in Med City. I went to work. It was a ghost town, which I knew. I walked up the street. Because it wasn't nothing for me to do there. It wasn't nobody coming. Shit, half the dancers didn't come to show up to work that day. I was behind the bar. I was like, because I was the only one working, and my manager was like, "Bridget, just come in." She said, She said, "Just come in. We're gonna close early, probably." I was like, "Okay." I was cool with that because being a bartender, I never really had a break like that anyway. So I was like, "Okay." We stayed open till about 1:30. A couple people trickled in. I was like, come on now, this don't make no sense. But once we figured out what it was and everything had been stopped and nothing, whatever, towards Friday, I was able to make a little money. Thursday, Friday, but the Tuesday was a no bust. I think I made $10 that night. I was like, Jesus. And bartending, I was like, I made $10. But what I wanted to say was, in Atlanta, we have Hartsfield International Airport, and I am so used to going. Like so used to let's say you're my friend and you come and you leaving. I'm used to going all the way to the gate with you, and I ain't had nothing. I just walk through and show my license and just walk on through up to the gate and then just leave. I can go eat at the little Papados that's in the. I can go eat. In the airport, you used to could just go in the airport and just go eat and then leave. Just pay your little hour, 2 hour ticket and leave. that was no more, which pissed me off because that was the highlight of, walking somebody to their actual gate and watching the planes leave and come and blah, blah, blah. We also used to go and watch the Falcons when they used to win like great games. We used to just be able to go to the airport and wait for their plane to come in and walk up and get autographs
and be groupies.
Not a groupie, bitch.
That sounds like a little groupie-ish.
No, I'm saying we used to be able to just go, like, let's say the Falcons were coming back from a.
No, I get it.
We used to be able to go and just,
be a fan.
It wasn't no restriction.
Right.
They used to have a damn, like, Deion Sanders. We used to go, you can go and see Deion. And
she was very much grouping.
She wasn't an experienced fan.
Not at the time. She was learning.
I was younger. It was just fun to go do. I mean, anyway. So it stopped all of that. You cannot go past you have to drop your loved one off and say, adios. Call me if you miss your flight. I'll be down the street.
Or wait till the next one.
No, I'm talking about us. Like if you're dropping somebody off and they be like, oh, well, I missed my flight. I'm gonna stay another day.
Yeah, and I'd be like, wait till the next one. Yeah. I've moved on with my life.
Oh my goodness. Damn, Vale. Y'all make mental notes. Vale is not hospitable at all.
No, it's not.
I'm about to come back and get you for you to stay another 6 hours and me to drive another hour back to the airport.
Oh my God.
But anyway, because he won't leave me alone. So what the thing is that it stopped a lot of things. It stopped everything. You can't go up there and just I can't just go up there and just go have lunch with one of my friends or whatever. It's just crazy. It's crazy. Stop, Ollie. All right, so let's get into the politics. Let's get into the shit. I'm ready for the shit. So I'm bringing everybody's up. Okay, why ain't nobody on camera except for me and Vale? All right,
girl.
Well,
I wasn't camera ready either because I thought I was gonna be in the comments and editing.
Okay,
I still ain't camera ready.
Okay, so remind Savon where we were when she was about to get in deep.
Oh yeah, just because Savon mentioned the word conspiracy, and I am one of those people when it comes to this subject, especially, and I have spent probably well over 24 hours straight of watching conspiracy theories and videos. I've watched every movie about 9/11. I've watched hundreds of hours of YouTube stuff. And I do believe that it definitely was planned by someone for whatever capital, gain reason, maybe financial. It is so much out there. Like, please, why you got me larger? Come on now. You're doing too much. You're doing too much. But yeah, everything from the owner of the towers actually had pulled out like an additional insurance policy for more money, like a few months, I think, before it actually happened. They said that they had like people coming in the building doing some kind of repair work, but it's theorized that they were actually putting explosives in there because even if you watch the footage of the tower, the second tower, before it started to actually collapse, you saw like random explosions coming out of the side of the building on lower floors, like 20, 30 floors below. And many people have said it was like a controlled demolition, the way that the buildings even came down.
Yeah,
there's like a whole bunch out there. Like I won't get into the rabbit hole with that stuff, but in watching all of that, I'm like, yeah, it was something more to this than some random, act.
Okay, Savon, what says you? Savon, am I?
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Okay.
I just feel like Vel said, there were just too many coincidental things that happened during that time. I'm going to take it a tad bit further, though. Even, when you say there's actual proof that there was additional insurances taken out on these buildings, they've been around for a very long time. Why increase the coverage now? And then the fact that there had been threats, it's been documented that there were threats that were sent over, saying that they were going to attack our top financial, pinnacle places. I mean, all of that is just documented. Of course, we've received threats from several of our enemies at any given time. And I understand that you can't always take everything and run with it. But I just feel like when the way that it happened, as many places as they hit, we can't be on social media and say anything about the president that's in a way that you're threatening them without them being on your ass. We may not have had the type of social media platforms that we have today that we can use as consumers, but you best believe they had technology back then that we weren't aware of, where they can monitor all of this shit. They've been tapping lines since World War II.
You look at something even as simple as the whole Sweetie Pie's Tim Norman thing. They were able to pull the text messages from their burner phones
that's supposed to be so secure that no one can break into those flip phones, is what they try to make you believe. They even have TV shows that back that theory. However, fuck up if you want to and find out what they can find out.
The government has a lot of power. So that's what makes me not believe that they couldn't have at least curbed it, if not completely prevented it.
Right. Now, I do believe, I feel that, like I said, you can't take every threat and run with it, because there's thousands of threats that we get probably every damn minute from people. However, there are certain things that are said and tales that let you know this could be this could be truth. This could possibly happen. And if nothing else, you put things in place to try to prevent it, right? It seemed like nothing was done. It was like once everything was attacked, then we were very reactionary. And I'm like, and the reaction to me was very late and drawn out.
Even remember the scandal with President Bush, who was at a school in like a kindergarten class or something, and they were reading a book, and then when they whispered
upside down,
when they whispered in his ear what occurred, he sat there like he didn't know what to do, and it took him a while before he even left. I forgot how long it was, but it was quite a while before he actually was like, okay, gotta go.
Right, exactly. But then even with that picture, I was like, okay, so wait, y'all had time to take pictures? Because my thing, if you're reading this book, damn it, you read it upside down. So, I mean, I don't know. And I feel some way about this coronavirus. We're not going to talk about that. I feel like, and there's been some things that's come out where he's known about it. And I feel like for the greater good, they put a lot of people at risk. This was population control and also a way to make more money.
Well, and also you gotta keep in mind the election. Look at how much of an advantage this gives for the election for him in so many ways. Like many people are still scared to go out, like to actually go to a polling place. The mail is now all jacked up from this. And you got, at least over 100,000 people who've died, if not more, from it. So it's like you're reducing the population. It's a lot of advantages to this, and it's primarily affecting Black and brown people, mostly Black people. We already know that as well. That's the base that they want to suppress. Like, this is a win-win for him to allow it to, take over the way that he did.
And then him trying to come with the hero with the stimulus packages and things like that. And I'm just like, y'all, okay.
Because a couple of hours can really shut some people up. It really can. It's sad.
I'm telling you, there was a lot of people acting real fucked up and was ready to fuck up friendships and relationships for that $1,200.
Yeah.
That one-time payment. I'm like, ma'am, you sure you want to do that for that one-time payment? Girl, look at the long-term goal, girl.
Yes.
So, yeah.
I I just feel that everybody needs to go like Flame Monroe says, vote blue, no matter who. We gotta get out.
You gotta get out.
Go. You gotta go. You gotta exit stage left. You gotta go.
I mean, he's a businessman, he's a businessman, and to me, he hasn't had the greatest business acumen, in my opinion. Now, do I have the type of money that he has? No. Do I know the type of people he knows? No. However, I still wouldn't trust him with my money.
Mm-mm.
I'm just saying, I wouldn't trust him with my money. He knows how to finagle, threaten, and
and cheat.
Pressure people. See, I was gonna try to be nice.
Let's keep it real.
Into doing shit. He's very manipulative. We've seen him do this in the White House. We've seen him manipulate people. We've seen what he's tried to do. If you don't let him get his way, he threatens to shut everything down. He is. I want to say, and don't quote me on it because I'm not a historian, but I want to say this is the first time I've seen a president use as much executive power ever.
He done flaunted his way. If Obama would have done this,
baby, ain't no if. He wouldn't have been able to. You better believe.
They would have been carrying him out of the White House as a sitting president. They'd be like, "You getting out of here?"
Okay, he would have been impeached for raising the middle finger at somebody. Right. Okay. Period.
He had a scandal for wearing a beige suit, a tan suit.
That was his scandal, wasn't it? Oh,
how dare he not wear black?
How dare he? Oh, the nerve!
Put a shame on the White House.
Cost us so much.
And Diva One, I understand exactly what you're saying. I get it, but I cannot do I can't do another year. I can't do another year, another month, another day with this man.
I'm definitely not voting for him. I'm sorry.
Oh God, no.
And I understand what you're saying, but I can't. I'm not doing it.
Yeah, I don't subscribe to that across the board always, but in this case,
no. In this case, we don't have no choice. Yeah.
Right.
Let me just pause this real quick for the cause. Okay, real quick. I'm not just thinking about myself. Okay, let's just say fuck me. Okay, fuck me as a black woman. Okay, fuck me.
Quit saying it like that.
Why?
I'm like, ooh.
He has stopped trans people.
Yeah.
Their health care.
Yes, honey.
Let's get to the nitty gritty of it.
Okay.
Because I'm always survive. Because I'm a black woman. I'm a survive. I got.
Yeah.
I'm a survive.
Yeah. Speak on it.
I'm a survive.
Yeah. Anybody that's other than him, he's against.
All of these, y'all are losing benefits that were under Obama. Mm-hmm. He is stopping everything that's trans.
His goal.
I ain't what's her name? I'm not. What's her name? That's the trans. I forgot her name. That be on Maddie's show. I'm not her. No, I'm not out there marching. I'm not out there. What's her name?
You talking about Hope? Okay.
I ain't windmilling on these streets. But I'm windmilling on these poles. Right? Now I ain't windmilling on the street, but I'm windmilling on these poles.
Oh. I tell you what, though,
I have a voice.
He pretty much came in and undid everything. He did
person because they are for trans, gay, this, that, and other. That this person you want to vote for.
Can I say something?
You can say whatever you want, babe.
Okay.
Wait, before you start, can I have some of your ball? I'm just kidding. It ain't okay. I'm joking.
You can.
No, I'm just joking. It ain't okay.
All I'm gonna say about the whole situation is this. I understand where Diva One's coming from, and I understand you too, Gadget. But This is the deal. Okay. If he's already targeted us as black and trans, women are the next agenda on his to get out because he has no respect for anyone.
Well, he don't have no respect for any women, white or black. So that's why I said
that's what I'm saying.
Because he don't give a fuck about me or the white.
So many people take a look at it as okay. So trans people don't matter anyway. This, that, and the third, and trans lives don't matter or whatever like that. Because even in our black community, that is we're the lowest form on the totem pole. But you have to take a look at the bigger picture. He's already done got away with manipulating and grouping and groping these different women. So he done took and pulled up all of Obama's past, but none of this would have never flew if Obama was still in office.
No, it wouldn't.
So all I'm saying is this: if you don't get out and vote, it's not only us. The next thing he's going for is women. From women, then he's going to black and brown men to tear them down even worse than they already are and putting up. Do you not realize how much many acres of lands and stuff they've taken and bought and taken away from people to take and build prisons on? Who do you think they're gonna put in there to occupy them?
Yeah, I know.
So I mean, I'm done. I ain't gonna say nothing else. And
no, I mean, all I know what to do is go vote. That's all I'm asking. I don't care. Here's Diva Juan. And Diva Juan, I love you to death. And you're political. So who would you vote for, Diva Juan?
All I'm gonna say is this: Biden ain't trying to take. A lot of them have done far worse. This is why you vote. This is why you vote for whoever you feel is gonna best represent your beliefs. So I get it, but what I'm not standing for is for someone to totally look. In this instance, I'm standing for myself, my family, and my trans friends and family. I'm not voting for someone who is constantly attacking and taking our rights away. That's just it. I'm sorry. At some point, you have to pick the lesser of two evils. I'm not saying one is right and one is wrong, but I can definitely say which one is definitely not right for us. He's proven it to us this last term. He's proven it. We had more benefits before he got in the office. So I really don't feel like I just don't feel like there's really much of an argument to make. I respect everyone's opinion because this is mine too, but I don't feel like there's much of an argument to make. But what I can say, he took health care. The next thing he's gonna try to take his marriage away. We're gonna have absolutely nothing. And I'm sorry, I want to live in a place where I had and then it was taken away. So at that point, I gotta go with the next worst person. Who gonna give me my motherfucking rights and liberties back?
Mm-hmm.
That part.
And people gotta realize when they take it from us, the next people are affected are black and brown people. And so he see women as beneath him. So it's trans, then it's women, then it's black and brown people.
Okay, so let me just tell y'all something what I'm doing. Okay, so I actually have a deposition on the day of voting day. So I'm voting early. So in Georgia, we have early voting. So I'm gonna go in October. In October, I'm gonna take one of my personal days because that's the one thing I want Biden to do for us as Americans. I want him to make the day of voting, and a holiday. We can still get paid for work. If you work in a company or you work in a company like I do, I want to get paid.
They make you guys wait. They don't give you paid Voters Day.
No,
they make you like, oh shit.
No. That's what Obama was saying. That was his next thing. Obama was gonna get vote like whatever the voting day is. It's a national. It'll be a holiday. That would be a paid holiday. Yeah.
No, I get that. I just thought every company gave because our company give us paid days for voting. They don't ever make us.
They told me to kiss my girl.
We just have flexibility to we can leave work and go vote or come late or
I can
whatever we want to do.
Okay, so I work in Florida. I work in Florida, but my residence technically is Georgia.
Well, that's the thing though.
I'm taking it's a paid off.
That's the thing that go in the state of Florida. They actually opened up the polls 2 weeks early here, so you can do the you can vote early or the 1st of October, you can go past any of our voting registration stands here, and you can go ahead and cast your vote or get an early vote registration. But the key is do not drop it.
But I got to go to Georgia,
but the key is not to take and drop it off in the mail. Take it back to the same voting registration stand that you picked it up from, so it gets counted right then and there. And that's what they're not telling people is that as soon as it opens up for early voting, that you take it, you can pick up the ballot You do what you got to do with the ballot and bring it back, but drop it off there. Do not mail it in.
Okay, so I've done that in the past. That's what I've been doing since I've been here in Florida.
You've just been going back to Georgia and voting.
Guess how much money it's taking me, because I wanted to get it there next day. It's taking me like $20 every time I vote, and I don't mind paying the $20.
But that's stupid. Go find your local voting chapter and go in there and vote.
But see, I don't think she can, because she just said that her residence, where she's legally registered to vote, is in Georgia. She lives and she hasn't moved it. So she can't vote in Florida at all.
But her mother, to save her that time and effort, her mother still has her. She can go and pick up your ballot while she's picking up hers, have it sent to you, and all you have to do is resend it back. You don't have to take and waste all that time and effort going there.
Well,
they're going to be opening up the polls as of October.
But I was nervous that my vote ain't gonna be. I've done it in the past.
I get. Oh, so you're
what I'm saying though is,
already, but now I'm nervous. That
what I'm saying though is
that my vote ain't gonna be, and that they messing with the mail. That my vote ain't gonna be.
Okay, so but what I'm saying though is even if you go to, even if your mom go and pick up your ballot for you at the 1st of October and get it to you, we're just gonna say hypothetically it's gonna take you a week and a half to 2 weeks to go there. Then it shouldn't be no more than an hour and a half to the first city that you get to in Georgia. You can take and drop it off. It's still at one of their early voting centers.
Oh, you saying in the state of Georgia? I see what you're saying.
So you wouldn't have to make the 4 or 5 hours
all the way home. Yeah,
that's all I'm saying.
Just take your ballot into a Georgia. Go to the Georgia state, and the first one there hand deliver it.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. Because it's still going to be counted, regardless of what county it comes into. It's still going to be
counted. Jasmine, let her live. Let her drive her 5 hours, girl.
You're right. I'm not trying to discourage you, but what I'm saying though is
I get paid for that day off. I'm going to go see my mom that day.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to go vote. I'm off that day. I'm going to go see my mom. I'm going to go vote, and I'll turn back around, come back here to Florida, and boom, we're done.
So you making a day trip?
Pick me up some Papa Do's.
I knew you was gonna get some food, girl. Knew your ass gonna get some food.
Well, you ought to leave out the day before, greedy heifer.
I am. I'm a leave. You think I'm not? As soon as I get off work, I'm leaving.
I tell you what, I thought about doing, voting and doing it by mail, but you know what? I'm just gonna show up in my hazmat suit and just go, because I don't trust none of that shit. It can be a hot topic, you right, but and we're gonna love you anyway. See, Diva Juan, I'm the type of person that we ain't gotta agree for me to still appreciate and love you. I like somebody who stands up for whatever it is that they stand up for, even if it's not what I'm for. I can appreciate that. So you ain't gotta step out, boo boo. We good. I promise you, I don't get mad.
Yeah, because Juan, I'm not saying that your opinion does not matter, child.
It does matter. Yep.
No, I'm saying that I'm not saying that her opinion.
No, I know. Right.
And I know whatever you have to say. Trust me, this is a safe place. You can say whatever you want to say.
Yeah.
And
I don't have a problem with anything that's been said. All I'm saying is that, like, piggybacking off what Savon was saying, whatever you feel in your heart to vote, that's what you vote.
Yeah.
Only thing that we were trying to do is put it out there, certain things out there that a lot of people are not talking about, like trans rights being taken away. Black and brown people's rights are being taken away, and it's being taken away right up underneath our nose, and we're not even seeing it, because every time something goes on in the White House, they take and bring something up with Kovanisha to take and cover it up.
They do. And here's one thing that you said, Jasmine, that is so important that we understand. A lot of people don't understand when you start peeling back the layers of justice and start undoing protection and laws that protects one class, you understand you're moving closer to having yours unprotected and peeled back as well. So when they start undoing any type of civil rights laws and reversing it, who's to say that the next thing is not women's right to vote, women's right to work? I mean, you got to understand the pitch is bigger than just your personal view. A lot of times you have to be selfish in preserving, right, your rights by protecting the rights of others. I think a lot of people just they're real single-minded and they're very narrow-minded. And this is not a slam, so don't take it that way. But they have tunnel vision and they can't see outside of their own situation. And that's just like what I was saying earlier. Some people lost friendships and relationships over that $1,200 check. All the money you could have made through that relationship, your lifetime, you only got that $1,200 now, boo-boo. Make it work. Make it last.
I definitely understand. But that's why I was saying a lot of people are not taking and looking at, and we as a Black culture, we're always taught with a crab in a bucket mentality that, if one people get hurt, oh well, this, that, and the third. We would rather tear down our own self than to look at the broader picture and say, hey, I may not agree with it, but it could be me next.
Yep. Well, so 9/11.
Okay. I was gonna move on to some lighter stuff. So what I'm gonna do is, because I don't want us to get all heated, and so I'm gonna say one of my topics for another day. I'm gonna say the Tamar David thing for next Friday, and I'm gonna save that because I didn't realize, because I wanted to commemorate and pay homage to. Let me just read. Can I read something to you guys? If you don't mind?
No. It's your show. She said no.
No.
Who said no? What F you? Let me tell you. The September 11 attacks were a series of 4 coordinated terrorist attacks by the Islamic terrorist group known as Al-Qaeda. The number of deaths were 2,977 dollars. Dollars. Well, I'm thinking money. Shit. 2,977 deaths. Injuries was over 25,000. The target was the World Trade Center, the Pentagon, the U.S. Capitol, and they got something else called UA-93, which I'm not exactly sure what that is, but
United Airlines Flight 93,
United Airlines
that crashed in the field. It didn't actually hit a
building.
It was headed towards the White House, though.
Yeah. That's the one that they took over. Remember, the crew, the actual passengers took over the plane, so that because they gotten wind of something was going on, and they took over the plane and crashed it.
I've been that motherfucker on there like.
I mean, I got 2 options here: die or die.
Right. So I take out more people.
I'm gonna do is fighting. I'm gonna take some aggression out on everything. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I wish I could. We going down fighting.
Okay, so.
But in that count of the death toll, what I don't see is the number of people who perish years later, because there's a lot of accounts of the first responders and the volunteers who were at the site for weeks who inhaled those toxins and they, just started dying. And certain witnesses as well who mysteriously died, who witnesses of certain other accounts.
Speak.
So there were more than that.
Well, can I tell y'all something?
Mm-hmm.
The company I used to work for, one of my good friends, she's an older lady. She was the adjuster during 9/11. And she had to go to New York, and she was the one who made the payments for all the families and all of the not the company I work for now, but the company that I did work, that I dearly love to this day, but they didn't have no work for me. But anyway, she worked for them, and she was up in New York, and she told me, she said, Bridget, I worked for like 3 years, 4 years, 5 years after 9/11, because she was the one that making the payments to your family. Doing now, like if your husband, if your brother, your sister, whoever, you got money. The government was trying to. the government was so sorry about what happened. They were giving money everywhere.
They were making a lot of money too.
Let me talk about this.
Because that war that got created from that
sure did. Exactly.
The government lying that they had cancerous lungs to get the money.
Yep.
But
who lied about the cancerous lungs?
People was claiming they got lung cancer
from it.
Mm-hmm.
But the biggest thing is that, dude, that's just a rough estimate. They never retrieved all of the bodies.
No.
And even like I've been to New York and I've seen Ground Zero. Do you know if you go and you stand at Ground Zero, you can't see the bottom of the trench where the buildings were?
You said you can't?
You cannot. And it's certain times of the year that you can go there and you can still smell rotten corpses.
What?
Yes.
What's that again?
You can smell the flesh rotting in the city.
Really?
In that area. Yes, I went there. I mean, I could load up one of my videos and show you. Like, I try to take and use my camera on my phone to zoom into it. It is so deep in there. You cannot see the bottom. It's like an open hole. It's like an open hole.
You know, the planes running into that building, it just, I don't know. I just feel like it shouldn't have created such a hole. Like there was definitely blast.
Mm-hmm. And then people fail to realize too, okay, so anyone that's ever been to New York knows that all of the subways run underneath the city there.
Yeah.
Excluding a couple tracks. So if the buildings was taken out like they say they were, then why were the subways not affected?
Right.
Yeah.
And most subways there are stacked on top of each other. So they're like 8 to 9 stories below the surface.
Yeah.
Why were they not affected? And you have 2 major arteries that were running up underneath the Twin Towers, because that was 2 of the biggest, those are 2 the financial district. Those are some of the biggest trains that run through there. They have the major loops that's there. So why were they not affected? You have to sit back and think about all the bigger picture on the whole situation. But for them to take and have such a huge deep, like it's like looking at it from the top, looking down into it. When I tell you, it gives me such an eerie feeling. And I'm a person like I read spirits, and I don't know if people understand that, but I get senses of spirits.
Oh my God.
It's so uneasy there. Me and my brother, we went there one time and I never went back there again because it's just got like I got snatched from one end to the other. And I was at one point so dizzy, I had to leave from there.
Well, I'm gonna tell you, it was just so serious that the world stopped.
It did, but then a couple of days later, they started back up like nothing happened. But New York stands still for that time. For a city that never sleeps, it actually stood still. But I still pose the question, why is it that it was so deep and none of the main arteries of any of the trains were hit?
I don't know.
It does not make sense. Make it make sense.
But I will say this. Everybody, I felt sorry for you know what I felt sorry for? The first responders.
I mean, I felt sorry for the people that were out there. I feel sorry for the mothers and that had the kids for the daycares that they were trying to sift through the rubble to try to find their kids. I feel sorry for the families that never got the closure from the bodies never being recovered. I mean, you can't ever close that part of your life off because you can't get that closure. And for a lot of us, when you bury someone and you put a person in the ground for the last time, you see them that last time, so you're able to close and deal with the grief. There's some people every year, well, twice a year, that person's birthday that they're not here, and 9/11, they relive that all over again.
And I hate to be naive to the fact, but I forgot about But there was a daycare in the center because people used to drop their kids
off.
off.
And both towers.
Oh my God, I forgot about that too.
Did you not, Savon?
And both towers.
I mean, and I'm just that just takes me even more so back because I did forget that. And these babies, it just makes me all the more sad and angry at the same time because there was no value placed on life. And even if I take away from the fact that I feel like, you know, we kind of knew it was happening, let's just take away from the fact that we didn't know. Let's just go back to the narrative that they want to spin, that we didn't know and that it happened. I'm so angry at those who wanted to push their personal agenda, racism, discrimination against us as a country, whatever you feel, to the kids. But then I say that, but then I have to caution my response because the same way they keep us in the black about things like that, I believe they've kept us in the black about things that we're doing to these countries too. Right. It's just all so unfortunate. And what I have now that I didn't have then is a niece, and my niece is 9 years old. So I remember when she went through 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 before school. So people whose kids are there, I just can't imagine that level of grief and loss. Right. To me, it's worse than I just can only imagine, but it's worse than losing a spouse. It's a child. It's someone that you vow to protect against everything. You know what I'm saying? An innocent soul. Yeah.
Right. And also remember, we watched on the news and those people who were there live, watching people jump out of the building to out of desperation and like go to their deaths. Like you weren't surviving that. So it was like it was like burned to death or jump and end it quickly. Like, and it was not like 2 or 3 people, it was tens of people who did that.
Falling out of the building.
But people have to realize though too, not only the buildings, but you have to think about, okay, so the way the Twin Towers were set up, they covered a ratio area of 10 square city blocks. So I want you to just think in your mind, maybe it's a little bit more, maybe it's a little bit less, but think of it in your mind like this. When those buildings was coming down, every building that was around those buildings got affected by that too.
Yeah.
So it was not only affecting everyone in the building, but it was also the people that were around in those neighborhoods that seen that firsthand. That trauma, some people probably will never recover from that trauma. And we're what, 10, 11, 12 years out now? And every time it comes around, people, what is the PSD? Is that what it's called? Whenever people go through the
PTSD.
Yes, people. I guarantee you, 2-3 days prior to this, 2 or 3 days after this, and today's probably the worst day for them because they're going through the whole trauma all over again.
I mean, this was 9/11, 2001. So we think about it, y'all. That's damn near, that's 19 years ago.
Yeah.
I mean, and I only know that because I started my job October 20th, 2001. So it's just like
the value. Can I just say this one piece?
Oh, yes, please.
The value of life. My friend who was the adjuster on all this, that was her main job also.
She had to put $1 on somebody's life.
Right.
Oh my God, that's horrible. I know that was.
I can do it. I don't know how to do that.
Because I sit and think about
your child is worth $1,000. I cannot do that.
But I sit and I look at this. Okay, so you have not. So we'll just use the kids for instance. You have, if they're in the daycare, most of the time they're anywhere from 6 months up to 5 years old.
Yeah,
because after
6 weeks. 6 weeks. We take them at 6 weeks. You shouldn't give us, but 6 weeks
right.
is
legal.
You're
right. So from 6 weeks up to the age of 5, because 5 years old they go into 4 to 5 they go into pre-K. That average person's lifespan now is 96 years old. It's the average lifespan now. How can you value somebody's life and they not even to live their life?
Can I tell you how? So how they do it, what they do is they say, Okay, your baby was a year old. We don't know what they would have been when they grew. You can't get future monies for what they. I can't say your daughter would have been a doctor because I don't know. It could have been a drug dealing ass, whatever. So what they had was, for what I was told, it was like a set amount. 5 months old, you got this much. A year old, you got that much. 2 years, you got that much. Now the amount
very,
and I don't remember the amount. But I can go back and ask her because I still talk to her every now and then. So I'll ask her.
I want to know if the black kids got the same amount as the white kids.
Savon, get out of my head. Because I was wondering from a socio-economical standpoint, like if your parents are upper middle class or rich, does that change the amount?
Yeah, I want to know all of it.
Can I say something? Your child at the World Trade Center at their daycare, you had a little money.
True, to be able to afford most likely.
But you got to also think though, when you're you have a well-paid job like that, daycare is included because it's all inside of your package.
Sometimes the companies.
That wasn't a factor. I don't think that was a factor. I think it was who were your parents. They worked for Chase Bank. That was in the. Okay, more than likely you're 5 months old. They gave you a price. I don't think it was black.
Yeah.
It was based on their insurance. It's just based on.
But if you was working in the Popeyes inside of the restaurant and your child was there, girl, then we giving you a bucket of chicken and fuck it.
No.
We may pay half of the funeral costs.
Right.
Do what? If you worked at the restaurant down there, your child wouldn't have been in the daycare.
That's not necessarily true. That's not necessarily true.
They could have been in there, honey. Because you look, the baby father could have been working at one of them things and got, they had an entanglement.
Yeah, but that's different. If the baby father and he's insured, never mind.
Or if they took subsidy, like if they took subsidy in that childcare in that
right. Yes.
Right.
So that's a possibility.
I don't think your child was there if you didn't really have a job up in the upper level. I don't think that the person that
the child care in that building would have been for employees of the building.
Yeah, I don't think that's a building for Popeyes.
But if you work,
but if there was a restaurant
of Popeyes in there,
right,
they would allow you to do that because. I'm sorry to say this,
if they had a price and you could afford it, trust me, the daycare would have taken your baby.
Okay.
Right.
For them, that'd be a different story.
And you got to think about it here in the South. New York base pay is completely different from what it is here in the South. So
my God.
You can't think of it like how it is down here with us. Even with your job, I'm quite sure whatever you're making annually, I'm just going to throw a number out there. If you're at $60,000 right now, in New York, it will be
way more than that.
Oh, she showed the hell,
dude. I know. I was just using a hypothetical.
You got to start in the six figures.
Okay, girl.
I know a lot of people that make six figures.
But I got your point, Jasmine, baby. Yes.
I'll take myself off this damn
thing. Look, how you gonna take yourself off? We all in her business.
Hell, with
and I'm spreading it.
But with Savon doing what she do, as far as like with her hair line and everything like that, and being her own business up there, her clients ain't coming in there without paying no less than $1,500 for a roller set.
Oh shit! Is that how they make it up there?
Is that what you charge, Savon?
No, I'm thinking about moving to New York though.
New York, okay, working in Times Square. I'm just gonna use it like this because
you gonna pay at least $200. I do know that in New York, honey, you go in there and you downtown area and you getting your hair done. Oh, you're not coming up out of that salon anything less than $200 for shampoo and style. That ain't even including the chemical or color.
Just working, I'll just put it to you like this: just working, because I asked one of the persons that was there at McDonald's in Times Square. Okay, their base pay, their minimum wage was $16.50, and that was 4 years ago.
However, what you got to also keep in mind though is New York's cost of living is ridiculous.
Oh my God!
So it really equates
but it's depending on what you are living at too.
But from a percentage perspective, it basically equates to the same level of living that our people who make $10 an hour or less. It equates to the same because their rent for a studio could be $1,500 is starting at like $1,500 or $2,000.
I know in Astoria, New York, it is 3 people living in that home in Astoria, New York.
Yeah,
and it's not a huge apartment, and they're paying $900 a piece.
But also you have to think about too, whenever you're doing the apartments, if you're doing it with or without a realtor, because if you're doing a realtor, the realtor tax on their feet every month.
Oh my God. Yes, God, they sure do. And hell, I thought the only way you could find an apartment in New York was through a realtor.
If you're doing a good one, but you have the realtors and without the realtor's fee. Without the realtor's fee,
the people in New York go to Florida anyway. You know what I'm saying?
They do because it's high in both places.
Yep. I'm saying I was going to move there, so I've done my research on the whole situation.
Yes, girl, it's high. That's why I would never move there. I told people, I told you know, my niece was like, oh my God, when she first moved there, and I was like, oh, I would love to move there. She's like, yeah, you should. And I said, no, ma'am, if I move up there, I'll be going backwards.
Yeah.
My way of life right now, the way that I live now, baby, I can't live like that up there, and I refuse to live like I'm in college again. I'm not in college
right now. If y'all had some water,
if y'all
had some water
in Tennessee, baby, you could come here in Tennessee, bitch, and your house would be magnificent. You hear me? Because the amount of money that you pay, girl, it would be magnificent. We need to get an ocean. Can we get an ocean, please? Because baby, it's rising. Don't get me wrong, but that's a lot of people come from places like New York, Miami, California. A lot of people.
I could never live. No.
What I'm saying is, a lot of people will move from those places, and they'll come here and easily get here. You can get a house for $500,000 that will cost you $3 to $4 million in California. So they sell their houses there. They come here and pay cash for their house, and they set for life. And that house is just it's actually more magnificent than the one they've had, because it's just the cost is a lot less than those particular places.
My friends went to move to LA, and they told me they had to buy a refrigerator and air conditioning unit for their apartment. I said,
a lot of them don't have central heating and air.
I said, but you shouldn't have left, because goddamn, we get that for free.
Right, but a lot of places like that, they got to have those window units and stuff. And I'm like, oh no, ma'am, I'm not. I'm sorry, I'm not staying nowhere with a damn window unit. We did that in the 80s. I'm good. I'm not going backwards, baby. Let me stay in Podunk, Tennessee, where I got central heating and air. I got at least 2,000 square feet, and I'm not paying $5,000 a month. I'm just saying, let me stay here in my little country ass town where I feel rich in my county.
Go ahead, boo.
In my county.
With your Camaro.
and my Charger.
Go ahead.
Challenger, and my Benz, and my Lexus. Bitch, all of them.
All of them.
I couldn't have none of them in New York. I'll be on the train.
But let me tell you this.
You really wouldn't need a car.
I'm so glad that I didn't change the subject from 9/11, because it's important. Have y'all noticed that every time I do a live, almost it's on an important day or something happens? So
no, I've never noticed that.
Oh, you didn't.
I think we need to continue to remember. We find comfort in not remembering because it lessens the pain, but I think we've got to remember that pain in order to continue to go greater.
Can I say that what's that show that I love so much? Oh, Law and Order SVU.
Oh.
Had a 9/11 something. It was something where somebody was trying to get over on the government or whatever. You know how that goes.
Yes.
Let's not forget these motherfuckers that's trying to get over.
Let's talk about the ones that's been arrested now for those COVID-19 loans and scams.
A police department got arrested. Remember that? You remember?
I told them they was gonna get arrested. Now people done start arresting people, football players and everything. Look,
say what?
Celebrity football players and everything being arrested because they lied and scamming to get COVID-19 money. Mm-hmm. These folks is so stupid. I'm so sorry. I knew it was gonna happen. I got my loan, bitch, and you went out here buying shit. Girl, the least you could have done was sit down and hold that money. That's what you could have done.
Mm-hmm.
Did you not think it's called a loan? Did you not think you were gonna have to pay this bitch back? Why would you even do that? Like, it makes no sense to me.
It made no sense.
Girl.
And you was going back to work, boo.
Wasn't it like $24 million?
I was gonna make sure you went back to work, boo. Trust me.
24. Ooh, $24 million. I think is what he got.
What?
Who got $24 million?
Yeah,
what's a football player? What's a football player? Huh?
Share your screen.
Hold on, let me find them right now.
Share your screen, boo.
How can you even justify needing that amount of money?
Yeah, the business called Drip Entertainment.
Because
look, and I walked off on purpose for that.
Okay.
Because he planned on dripping with that money.
He was like, buying chains and everything with it.
And like you said, it's a loan, so you got to pay it back. And now you're wasting it on a bunch of depreciating items.
When I'm telling you this boy, and now he done lost his job with NFL, you dumbass.
Okay, former NFL player. It's a few of them.
Well,
Josh Bellamy. Josh Bellamy. There's 9 that's been charged, honey. It's a whole. I mean, I just keep finding people all over the place who's getting all these money, and they all being charged with the same thing: wire fraud and everything else.
But those are felonies, right? That's federal.
Yes, these are felonies, and you got to pay this money back. And what they don't understand is, if you read the fine print in any of these things, they can ask you to pay back at any given time. And if they find that it's fraudulent, they can also add several hundred, if not millions of dollars to your bill.
In interest? Like now
in
penalty.
In penalty, fraudulent penalty. Not even interest. In penalty and fines.
And court costs.
And now you won't be able to earn that money to ever pay it back in a lifetime because you've lost your good paying job in the NFL. Exactly. And then here's what you've also done. The Small Business Administration is never gonna fuck with your ass again, so you ain't gonna never be able to be great. Right.
There you go.
A lot of people don't understand that. Like, it's not easy to get loans and get business through the Small Business Administration. They made it easy during this COVID-19 days, but typically, baby, you could not.
Yes. Don't I know it?
So listen, I sure don't have a good Judy relationship with them and gonna keep it. Okay? I just couldn't believe it. I was like, what did y'all think? These weren't grants, boo-boo. These were loans.
They went and got Gucci.
I mean, oh my God. As long as I had to wait for my funds, I'm talking about 2.5, 3 months for my funds for my little small business. Look, my little small business, bitch. I'm laughing and happy them hoes who was scamming, who got their money before me is going to jail. Bye, bitches.
Right.
Did they learn anything from the people that got arrested before them?
Apparently they weren't following.
Or maybe they had already signed on the dotted line. It was too late when they realized, shit.
But guess what they could do? They could turn that money back in. They could have.
What about this? It was some big companies that got the money, and it was like they gave it. They didn't even cash the check.
They did. Yes, they gave them back. Yep. Ruth Chris. Jay Alexander's. There was another one that was big here. They all 3 of them paid the money. They paid the money back because they needed it to try to make sure. But
didn't even cash the check when they realized the terms and everything. Like, nope, we ain't at that point yet.
Right. And then you know what? Some of them, I don't know how true this is.
Hey, Shayla.
But some of them said that they didn't even apply.
Yeah, I believe it.
So I'm like, oh, so we just handing checks out like that?
Yeah, Trump was like, oh yeah,
my folks I'm gonna take care of. Yeah, they were like, we didn't even apply, so we don't understand how we got this money. Oh, okay. Meanwhile, some of us have applied and we were still waiting.
I never got it.
We were waiting. You never got what?
None of it. No assistance.
No, I'm not talking about. No, I'm not talking about the stimulus. I'm talking about the COVID-19 small business loan.
Oh no, I wasn't applying for anything like that because I'm good.
Our state actually had a special grants that I don't have to pay back, and
we did.
I'm glad I waited. Huh?
I got that too.
Yeah,
I got that too, but I put it right back. What you say? I'm sorry. Go.
What kind of grant was it?
A business grant, a small business grant.
And ours was specifically for the childcare industry, for losing money, because we can't have the same capacity and all of that.
Yep.
So it's just like a straight up grant. Like, here's your money. How much we think you lost? Here you go.
That's what they did for us with like the salons. They took, pretty much whatever we pay, like, because we have to pay our taxes, annually, and some of them quarterly. So they look at past year averages, and that's what they based our grants off of. But once again, that money, even whatever money they give you, even via grant, you still have to document and make sure it's being used for operational. People don't understand operational costs. A new Gucci bag is not operational. New equipment for your salon is not operational. You can't do upgrades with that money either. It's just to maintain your operational costs. So a lot of more people gonna be in jail when they get to look at them books and finding out you done did a whole nother upgrade to your business. Oh no, baby, that money's got to be paid back. That's not what it was for. It was to maintain, to ensure you didn't lose and go out of business.
Yeah, we do have to hand in like a monthly expense report.
Absolutely. Yep.
Everybody say hi to Oliver.
Hey, Oliver. Hold your ear in, Oliver.
Ollie, you look a little disheveled tonight.
He really does. You look like I'm so sick of my mom being on this damn live.
He was asleep, wasn't he? He like, why she bother me and she ain't giving me none of this damn food. I'm really mad because she been eating.
Ollie, say hey. Look. Say hey to the
like,
people.
Leave me alone.
Right.
Hey to the people.
Poot in the face, Ollie. Poot. Pass some gas. Teacher, baby.
No, let me tell you, he did enough of that earlier today. I gave him this one treat and just got about it. I said, "Oh, Jesus!"
It is good, right? When his tummy was upset. Gave him gas.
Yep. Not only I ain't just give him gas. That treat gave him diarrhea too.
Oh. Diva Juan said 2,000 he can get you a 4-bedroom home, 3+ bathhouse with 2. Hell, it should get you more than that. Shit. A 50 square foot room for $1,500. Girl, no. I know, Shayla. I was just talking about that, honey.
Oh.
Yeah, you're right. Diva Juan is right. Diva Juan is right. If we had to get additional equipment for sanitation purposes, but that's considered an operational cost because you needed that equipment to operate in today's standard. But you can't go out and just decide you want to get a whole bunch of new little steam conditioning treatment equipment that has nothing to do with COVID. You got to be real careful. Some of them try to be real cute. And I'm just saying, don't get cute with them because they have the right to say this wasn't included and we want our money back. People got to read that fine print.
Yeah.
They can decide if that expense or expenditure was valid or not. So you're absolutely right. As long as you can prove it was to comply with COVID, fine. You are so fine. Yes, but I wasn't testing it. I was like, no, ma'am. Yeah, no, ma'am.
Well, you guys, I thank you for coming on.
Thank you.
We are at the hour and 30 something mark.
36.
We did good. Somebody trying to take any chat, please.
Well, thank you so much.
Start just getting off work. He said you got to go for another hour.
Oh, no, sorry. No, not doing that. Well, you better get in here. We out, child. I've been on him. You ain't tell me you was at work, child. I'm sorry. Love you. So, let me do this real quick. Let me just show a little something. I was gonna go on to something really cute, but I'm gonna go ahead and go with this one. Savon, I don't have yours, so don't be mad. So
I ain't mad, girl.
This Sunday at 8 p.m. we have the What News, and with Jasmine Divine, and it's called The Cool Down on Sundays. You might see, I don't know, you might see me on The Cool Down. It depends on what we're talking about. I might be on The Cool Down. And of course, on Tuesdays, you never know who may drop in with Jasmine Divine again, and that's at 8 p.m. on Tuesdays. We don't know what's going on. Also, oh my God, we got let me see who this guy is. We have this guy who is on this sweetie pie obsession. Who is obsessed with this sweetie pie?
Oh, I am.
Oh my God.
Every minute of it.
When I tell you the detail is, listen, I've learned more about sweetie pies through Evolution of Veil than I have through sweetie pies directly. Okay, let me just tell you something.
I even thought I knew everything about damn sweetie pie.
Nope.
And the crazy part is I'm actually editing one right now.
Now.
Oh, what?
Work on it.
And then on Saturday, I got to get my shit together because good Lord and God Almighty.
It's all right. So Saturday.
Watch the Low Country Bowl tomorrow.
Love Country. Yes, girl. We're going to talk about episode 4. And we're going to talk about, we're not talking about 5 because 5 is not out. We're going to talk about episode 4. And we're going to get your thoughts on who y'all think is going to win the Patty versus Gladys Knight.
I'm ready for that.
Oh, let me ask you this. When is it? Wait, when is it?
It's Sunday.
Yeah,
Sunday. I'll be up here Monday.
I'll be
here Sunday night. I'll be here Sunday.
So here's the thing. Y'all going to have to, the older people, my older Jeevas and Jeevas are going to have to help me along because I'm too young to really know their playlists like that. So I don't really know the content like that, but listen, I'm ready for this discussion. Oh, wait.
Don't, wait. Come back down.
What was that, sis? Cool
down. Come back now. You know, after we had our conversation today, I think you know all the patties.
Girl, what about no, on the real though? I was young because I used to call. I thought it was Gladys Knight and the Pimps, and that my mom had to correct me because I was like, "Mama, why is she singing with the Pimps?" But it was the Pimps. So I was a kid now. Don't play now. I wasn't that old. I ain't that old.
Well, I'm just waiting for Gladys to sing. Neither one of us will be the first to say,
"No, ma'am, hard pass."
Bye, bye, my love. Goodbye.
You're gonna make me play that.
I know. I want to hear it.
Play Neither One of Us. She better play Midnight Train.
Midnight Train to Georgia. Oh,
Georgia.
You know she gonna play that one.
And then she better play Love Overboard. Hey.
Oh yeah.
Help. Love Overboard.
That was my least favorite.
Help my. I'm ready. Come on.
I bet Patty is gonna sing each one of her songs though. I just cannot. I can't see her sitting there while her songs are playing, kind of like Brandy and Monica, kind of set. most of their songs through.
She loves to sing way too much. I think I'm really like you, Bill. I want to see how they're going to react.
Yeah.
What time is it? Wait, hold on.
So many times.
Is it at the same time as your show, Jasmine?
I don't know. I'm gonna be pissed if it is.
Let me look now because I got it on my social media. It's 8 p.m. Eastern.
I'm gonna start kicking my shoes off at
8 p.m. Eastern.
Mm-hmm.
So then that would make it
7 o'clock our time.
On my own. To be this way. I love me some Patty. I love Patty. I'm sorry. Voulez-vous coucher avec toi?
Voulez-vous coucher? Voulez-vous coucher avec moi?
I don't know it, child. I'm gonna skip that song. I'm gonna skip when she starts singing Voulez-vous coucher.
She's speaking in French. Voulez-vous coucher avec moi?
I love you to death, but I ain't really interested in learning the damn words.
But I took that French. You know what? Oh, I like this. Oh, this is the background you was working on. Okay.
I like this. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I like the way you got us set out. We can see it now. We couldn't see it at first.
For some reason, I don't know why, but that voulez-vous coucher? Okay, well, I'm just gonna leave that alone. I'm gonna leave that. But Patty do gotta sing my song where she goes, somebody loves you, baby. Whoa, somebody wants you, baby.
Wait a minute.
Ooh.
Wrong words.
So no royalty. Patty ain't lost her voice. What you talking about, boo boo?
I'm sitting here analyzing that comment because I'm like, I just saw her in concert last year.
Nope.
Yeah, I literally just saw her in concert here in Chicago last year, and she put on a show, and she was singing. Patty, yeah.
Whatever it is.
Maybe she had a bad night, royalty, when you saw her.
You know, because we didn't have those. Yeah.
Right.
She ain't never had no bad night.
Well, I don't know. I'm trying to help the comment not be completely
I can't say that she ain't never had no bad night because I ain't been to every one of her shows. Everybody has a bad night. Now, her bad night may be better than some people's best.
That's the real team.
Yes, I used to love when you have a feathered hair.
Hola to everybody.
Hello, Mr. Tussin, as D-Main just called you.
I saw that down now. D-Main, I'm not fooling with you.
What'd you say, Mister?
I said hello to everybody, and Bill said hello to Mr. Tussin, as D-Main called me Mr. Robert Tussin. I said I'm not fooling with him tonight.
Mr. Tussin.
You sound like you full of Tussin because you all so like monotone and relaxed.
Because I done got some shit going on, y'all.
You done got yourself into some shit again.
Yeah.
Shit.
What is
that? Dang. I need to hit the rewind button just about 7 days at least.
Whatever it is.
And get a do-over.
Ain't no more do-over.
Yes, it is, child, because I done fucked around and got myself in a situation that I need to get out of quick.
Oh, you done got yourself in an entanglement?
I'm serious.
I'm writing we're going from each.
What the hell is Go-Go talking about?
I don't know. I'm trying to get that.
What she's talking about?
Are you still talking about the verses, girl?
Yeah, what y'all talking about?
Girl, we done moved on. You do this all the time, girl. You just be in the corner playing with your toys by yourself.
Whatever it is.
Hey, Shayla.
I give it to you, back. Come on. I ain't monetizing. Like, let me play some Patty shit. Fuck this.
No.
I can't. Oh.
Well, I don't know. They gave me a copyright claim for trying to be all grown and sexy the other night.
Oh.
They gave you a claim.
A copyright claim. They said some of my videos is not playing in Ireland, and it was another country.
Oh, I got some of those that won't play in certain countries. Was you playing music?
Child, I was playing everything. Anything
Yeah.
and everything.
Some of my videos is blocked from certain countries.
I said what I said.
You wrong, Shayla.
I said what I said.
I know what you said, but that don't mean a hill mean.
Oh. Oh.
I'm sorry, sister. Okay, come back. I'm just mad at you about I ain't got my vault name. I'm sorry. I'm still mad.
Look, here she go.
I'm sorry. My bad. I'm gonna leave you alone. I'm just mad about that.
But yes, sis, I done got caught up in an entanglement.
Please tell us about it.
Terrible.
Do share.
It's terrible.
Let's go on and make it to 2 hours. We've got 13 minutes.
Right, you didn't put it out there now, so you need to share.
Fucking around with Trey, gonna end up having me come up missing. That's all I'm gonna say.
See, Miss Sophia said it. She said it.
What Miss Sophia say? Oh yeah, she said church.
She said it. She just prophesied that the other night.
Fucking around with Trey, gonna have me MIA. Cricket letter I. Stop.
Out here messing with Trey.
Out there messing with Trey. Trey finna have me fucked up.
Just tell me you won at the Taco Bell.
I was not at the Taco Bell. That's the thing. I haven't even sit here and pushed the gas pedal yet. But see, the thing is though, it's done went a little far into the situation of the game as far as in terms of the time, span. And now I'm just kind of like, let me back out of this shit while I still may have a chance to back out and stuff, because I didn't realize how much trade was trade until now. I have started to sit here and actually see the light and see things, and now I'm starting to realize, bitch, this is trade from the country. This ain't trade from the city. This trade from the country.
Baby, that trade from the country is a whole different type of trade, baby.
Hell no, I ain't finna come up missing.
I like the trade from the country though. They're more fun. Ooh.
I give it to you.
The trade from the country, they're more open about things and into things, and yes, God.
And then he was like, I like your car. He was like, come scoop me up. I said, hell no.
Yeah, because he want to use you. Don't be.
No, he want to take that car from him. That sound like, come bring this car to me.
But that sound like city trade shit to me though.
All with the hey, Shayla.
That sound like city trade to me.
Media. You ain't
well,
got
girl,
no social media accounts.
You don't meet up with nobody who don't have no footprint like that. No.
Got no footprint.
And even if you do, no, you don't do that.
So I'm just like,
you just don't have to go on and ghost that hoe. Just
which is crazy because the conversation and stuff. I mean, very intellectual, very professional and stuff. But the fact that he ain't got no footprint,
Taylor, go to hell.
I can't fuck with it. Can't fuck with it. I've learned long ago that the trade boys will sit here and fuck you real good and leave you high and dry.
They will. That's why you only use them for their thing, and that's it. You don't expect nothing else from out of them. Cause see, when you get what you want, even swap is no swindle. Okay, don't do nothing extra though.
Oh my God, that laugh just takes me out every time.
And then the bad part is that I done left a good thing.
A fool.
As a result of the situation.
I'm not coming back.
You done left a good thing.
Yeah,
so you done passed up on some good stuff for the rough trade that ain't that.
I'm passed up on some WAP saver.
Why we always go with the bad ones? See,
because okay, so it just was that I pray to God nobody ain't watching this video, but
they probably watching.
The gravitational pull of it all. You know how sometimes you meet somebody and the gravity in the earth just seems to pull. It wasn't giving me the pull that I normally, as far as the internal portion, I was looking for.
You like that ignorant stuff. You don't like somebody that's got a head on the shoulders. You like that ignorant shit.
Well,
most people go for the bad. Most people go for either the bad boy, the bad girl. I don't know why we do that, but we do that.
And then the bad part about it is that the person had a whole birthday thing playing out around me.
And your ass ain't even show up.
Well, I mean, it still hasn't happened.
Welcome to my club.
It happens tomorrow, but
you still have time to go.
Yeah, I still have time.
But you ain't gonna show up.
I'm gonna need you not to do them like that.
I hear in your voice you ain't gonna show up.
He gonna end up in the country with rough trade.
No.
No. He gonna come back. He gonna come back with bricks because he gonna take them goddamn wheels.
Savon, they're gonna end over Miss Maryland house.
Right.
If they ain't already there now.
No.
Oh no, I don't think Trey get to come home like that. I think I don't think she playing that. No, we don't do that.
No.
They're gonna have to. He'll have to pick him up. He'll have to pick him up, either go to a hotel or a dark spot.
And see the other thing that was bothering me.
Be doing nothing in the to call.
Shayla. The other thing that was bothering me is that I hate it when people keep addressing me as homie and bro. Don't stop addressing me as your homie and bro. I don't want to be your homie and bro continuously. You told me one time already. Okay, I get it. I'm your homie and bro. Stop addressing me as that. I have a name.
Oh, alpha bottle.
Or just don't call me nothing at all.
What's your name?
Bro, my name is Tristan, aka Mr. 6'8", aka Trent.
See, that's as my nephew would say. As my nephew would say, that's some light skin shit.
Look, I'm not. I told you my days of taking care of dudes is over with.
I don't blame you.
Look me in my eyes and tell me that lie.
Okay, well look, let me turn this camera on. My days of taking care of niggas is over with.
I said look me in my eyes because you got your whole damn eyes closed and that's your nose.
My days of taking care of Negroes.
You ain't looking straight in the camera. You know you're not.
I ain't taking care of no Negro. I ain't taking care of no Negro who can't see. I ain't taking care of no Negro who can't sit here and reciprocate. If they ain't got shit to lose, I ain't trying to see what.
Why you ain't got both your eyes on camera?
Look, I'm
squinting. I can tell by Shayla comments that she in her cup.
I'm squinting.
Matter of fact, she ain't in her cup. She in her bottle.
I'm squinting right now.
Because you lying.
I ain't lying. If I'm lying, I'm lying.
Well, you already a $1.05. You already doing it.
Lion.
I'm just gonna listen. I'm just gonna listen to some Patty and just reminisce and just think about,
So how many times you don't let them hit?
Oh, ain't been no hitting going on.
Oh,
I can tell you now. That I can tell you, ain't been no hitting going on.
Oh,
if it was some hit going on, now I'm gonna tell you right now, you would know about it because the signs will be showing. But ain't no hit been going on as of right now. It hasn't. It hasn't. I promise on everything. It hasn't. It has not been anything going on.
So he ain't played in your figure pudding. You ain't played in his.
I promise. Because I told you, I'm treading lightly. I be seeing stuff on TV. How this stuff end. Y'all don't watch. What's that show called?
You might have treaded lightly, but you might have fell into something too.
What's that show called?
Well, you might have fell into
TV
something.
One. What's that show called? For My Man. I be watching For My Man.
Oh yeah, For My Man. That's crazy.
Hell no.
People want to call you a giant sugar daddy.
Wait.
Oh, you know what, Diva One? I'm not saying you. Look, that's what the shit.
Diva One is so crazy.
That's what the shit gonna be though. That's what the shit gonna be though. Because as soon as he made a comment on my car talking about, oh, when we going for a ride in this, and I had to see him do a double take like, you gonna hop your ass right on back over in that Chevy Traverse and keep it moving.
Oh.
See, I told y'all he done took a met up with him. I don't know why he's sitting up there lying.
We did. We met up in the park. I'm not
I
lying.
bet you did.
Oh wait, so you did meet him?
We had a meet. We had a meetup.
Yeah, I had a meet and greet.
You just got to let him keep talking. Just let him keep talking.
Park. And
But
I said it.
Did he see your tag? That's the thing. Did he see your tag?
You know, my car stands out. It's nowhere in the world in this city that you cannot recognize my car, so it's gonna stand out regardless.
Okay, so what I want to know is how he look. Well, he cute.
Oh, he is.
Is he shorter than you?
No, he's 6'4".
Oh.
That's still shorter than you, though.
You hoes can damn near see eye to eye almost. Okay.
Built.
Okay.
And the voice, it's the voice for me.
It's the voice for you.
That's all blouse.
It's the voice for me. It's that deep tone.
Is he?
Yes, he country. He country. He cornfed. Yes.
She said cornfred.
Cornfred.
Yes, come on, chicken tender.
He dark and for Zylan, this one for Zylan out there. If you watch it, he dark skinned.
Oh, him dark skinned too.
Now why you come over here starting shit?
Because Zylan said I discriminate.
He said he discriminate.
He said I don't like him dark.
He did say that.
He did.
Can I just say that Mr. Laugh just texted me out? He sounded like that little puppy off of the Snoopy show.
I'm mad at Diva One said I'm over here being a big old sugar daddy.
A giant.
Not big old sugar giant. You're a giant sugar daddy.
Did y'all kiss?
No, we have not. Because see, here's the thing. At 30 years old, I've learned and I've mastered. And I said, when you know yourself, you know not to cross certain lines. So I have not crossed certain lines as of.
So y'all ain't even touch either.
I mean, we've hugged.
Exactly. Lies.
We've hugged. Yeah, we definitely hugged. But I ain't been.
I mean, we done hugged it. I mean, you know.
I mean, he ain't breathing on my neck, thank God, and stuff.
No,
like
he
that.
ain't talking no to hell.
I want somebody to walk up.
But you know, I haven't. The last time I dealt with Trey, that was
how you know he was Trey though?
No, I'm telling you, the dude.
Right. So how do you know? What was the definition?
So here's the thing. So
where y'all met off, Jack?
So actually the dude lives in the same city as I do. But here's the thing though. The dude, I'm telling you, has no traceable footprint. Like if that was,
and that's on purpose,
then there would be a ghost. I looked up his name, and the name that he gave me is not the name that's associated with his telephone number.
That's because he got a whole family at home.
I was about to say, is he married?
No, he's not married, but he did say that he's only physically attracted to men and emotionally attracted.
Girl, we've been on this for about 45 minutes. Are we gonna get back to what we was talking about?
So ain't nobody staying Gladys ass and Patty.
Well, I can't invest
with them nasty ass potato pies.
Don't go there with
Okay, here.
I do love Patty, but I ain't worried about Gladys. Gladys, she can go somewhere and love overboard and jump off overboard. But you know, Patty,
not jump overboard. What you not gonna do is give Gladys too much.
I mean, she all right. Her patty melt
too much. If we really talking about what we talk about,
I mean, she all right. Her patty melt shoes, she'll be all right.
Because guess what? Where can they find you at, Tristan?
They can find me somewhere in the Chattahoochee River, possibly.
All right, so hold on. Hold on now. Shayla, you want to go next? You want to just hold on? Oh! She go. Come on, baby.
Gang shit, we out.
I ain't studying that hoe. I really ain't.
Never in my life. I have never. That is so crazy. Hold on. Look at my boy right there, Zala. I know you just came on, boo, but I'm finna go, chat.
Hi, girl. I was in the shadows, child, and I was summoned, girl, so I can't move.
In the shallow, la 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 la.
In the shallow.
Mind my business. But all I will say is, me and Savon and Jasmine did another reaction video, so they will be coming out before Jasmine's show on Sunday. So stay tuned for that. And also, I will leave with you all. Yes!
Hold on. Oh my God.
Jesus, take the wheel.
I'm not doing this.
Oh. This is why I don't come on lives. You can find me on YouTube at The Evolution of Vel. I added the to the beginning because we were all saying it anyway. And you can catch me on IG as well at I Am Vel B. And remember to subscribe. We need one more, so Gogo can hit that 100, and then like, of course, and share.
Damn it, Gogo, you back down to 99.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell is going on.
Oh, just fucking with you.
I made it to 100.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, that's why I got my what do you call it? My URL.
So why is it back down to 9? Who is playing games over here?
They do that to her. We get her to 100, them hoes
right.
Come back.
Well, I'm sorry, subscribe if you haven't. And tell other people to subscribe.
Yeah, tell other people. Shit. Thank you. Thank you, Twig. Good God Almighty.
Let me make sure I subscribed on all my pages. Let me check real quick.
Yeah.
Check your number after this live.
Thank you, Vel. Jasmine, where are you?
Well, to the hostess and the Lord, I'd like to thank y'all for being here tonight.
Thank you.
Don't forget to like, share, subscribe as you're leaving out. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe as you're coming in. We need to make sure that she's getting not only the numbers, but the likes and the views too. Let's make sure that we're doing it. Don't forget that's coming out tomorrow night. We do have the Savon Experience. That's at SAVON 1111, the Savon Experience, where we'll be talking about Lovecraft Country. And following immediately after the verses, we will be doing the verses on the cool down on Sunday nights.
Yes! So, I will be there because I'm going to have my shit together.
Everybody will be there but Gadget. She will be sitting in the audience because she's not going to work my nerves. But I would like to thank each and every one of y'all that do, mess with us, because we all are one big family here. We do agree to disagree, and we all have our own personalities, but we do thank you for being a part of the family. So don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and I'm out.
Thank you so much. And contrary to her belief, I will be there. Okay. I don't know all this what she talking about. But I'm gonna be there. Ain't everybody say I'm gonna be there.
Yep.
Now, Patty and Gladys. I'll be there. I'll be there with my tablet.
We'll be there.
With my tablet.
Taking tally. We want to see who did what.
Yes, I'm gonna have it song by song. Okay.
All right.
Okay. As I said it.
Yes.
You all say
Listen, y'all can find me, the Savon Experience, on Instagram, Facebook, as well as YouTube. Tomorrow night, Saturday Night Social Club, 8 p.m., 8:30 Central Standard Time. We will be talking about Lovecraft Season 4. And then we'll be doing a little pre-gaming around our thoughts around what's going to happen with the verses between Patty and Miss Gladys Knight. Okay, so just come prepared for a fun-filled night, and we'll see you there. Good night.
All right. I want to thank everybody for coming in, and thank you, Diva One, for my Cash App. Thank you. I guess I'll be there tomorrow for Low Country Boil. I know I'm saying it wrong. I hadn't even seen the first episodes, so I got a lot of shit to do tomorrow for it, because she told me I need to step up my stuff up, so I know what the hell they're talking about. But you can find me at Go Gadget Bridget here on YouTube and on Instagram, and Go Gadget Bridget on Periscope and on Twitter. Where can you find me? Currently watching Big Brother. That's what I'm doing. I'm watching the live feeds so I can be caught up. But thank you guys for coming to the show tonight. And please hit the like button on your way out. I had over 20 people in here, and I only got 4 likes. Like, what's up with that? Like, what's up with that? But anyway, thank you. I thank you for everything. Thank everybody for just showing up. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Goodbye.